Hi everyone, Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts. Every so often I get to do the challenges of blogs that I've signed up for. And the one thing that I like that really inspires me is this Freshly Made Sketches, and it's freshlymadesketches.blogspot.com. And I like the design of this card. Now, I'm also making a card for my girlfriend Tanya, so this is perfect timing. Let's get started. I'm using some Stampin' Up! Cardstock that I got from Janice Lewis, and I'll leave her information here for you. This is it right here, and I got all this beautiful paper. And I was looking on here, and Janice, if you're watching this video and you want to leave a comment, I don't see the names of the colors on the front of here, so that's kind of got me stumped. I'm also using this paper that I bought at the scrapbook place that just recently closed down. It's called Remember When Scrapbooking, and it was sort of like a grab bag sort of paper kind of thing. And I'm going to be using this color here, which has a gorgeous back, and this is basic gray. And then this one here that has a cute back, and then this one here with the stripes in the back. And that's going to be my papers. All right, the first thing I want to do is I want to stamp on my card base. Now I'm going to get my tape here because I don't want to stamp on this upper part. Oh, and by the way, the tape that I'm using is from Walmart. I had a couple people ask me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was concentrating on putting that tape on right. So this is from Walmart, and I don't know how much I paid for it. I'm sorry. All right, so let's put, this is baked brown sugar, and I chose this color because it's very close to this. Now, I'm not going to be stamping it very, very bright. I'm going to stamp off on the entire thing. So that's why I have my little scrap paper here. Oh, my printer decided to... I'm going to stamp here first and see how vibrant it is. Okay. It's not too bad. I won't have to do too much stamping off. Now, most of this is going to be covered because I have a layer that's going to go over this. But some of it is not. So I only really need to do the edges. I'll bring that over on my scrap paper. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And that stamp set was from Flower Shop, from Stampin' Up. There, I set that aside. Close up my stamp pad here. Alrighty. Now I'm going to put my first layer on, and I'll get my sketch here so we can kind of refer to it. This is just regular basic gray paper, this one here. Let me pull it out again, because I have not used this embossing folder yet, and I am shocked and in love with this thing. It's a Spellbinders Embossabilities, and I really thought it was just an embossing folder, to be honest with you. I liked the designs, but check it out. It's this design on this side that you would put your paper or envelope, whatever, and then it's this design on this side. So you have like double whammy here. It's a surprise. It was a total surprise to me. I'm very, very happy. And I'm also super happy because it really, really embosses so nicely. I mean, check it out. Doesn't this look like Coordinations paper almost? Look at that. Very cool. Very, very happy. All right, so let's put this down. And put glue on the edges. If my glue decides to work. There we go. Not a whole lot because I don't want it squeezing out the sides when I press it down. But I'm using glue because I can manipulate the paper better than if I were to put tape down. Alright, now the way the sketch is they want this layer down a little bit because they want the sentiment there. And I'm actually going to do it a little bit different than what they have on here. I'm going to end up putting my sentiment. See, I want to get that just right there. Now, instead of me cutting this like a 1/4 inch smaller than that card size, I went down a little bit. So this is 3 3/4, and then this is 5 1/2, because I wanted the flowers to show all around as much as I could. All right, so now we have to put something across here. Now, hopefully this has not dried all the way, because I just remembered that I wanted to put some jute underneath here, and it didn't, so that's nice. That's very good. Let me put a little something underneath here. All right, so I'm going to tie a bow with my jute, and this is from American Crafts. Get that little knot out here real quick. All right, so I'm going to go around, and I got to make the tails long because I have to put it underneath that card. I'm just going to make a little bow. Pull that pretty tight. And try and cut it even, although it doesn't really matter. So it's that color there. Love that. Okay, so that's ready. In the meantime, I need to put my layers on this. And I'm going to be putting these here and that one here. Now this design or sketch or challenge is ending tomorrow. So that's why I wanted to get this done. I'm putting that all the way to the edge because I want the embossing part to show as well. I don't want to cover it completely up. Now, I mentioned in a previous video just recently that I have been using Tombow forever and ever, but it is quite expensive. It's not expensive, I just use a lot of it, so it's starting to add up. I'm going to put this here. I do use my coupons to buy it, but in fact this tacky glue is, the cost is much better. But if it doesn't work, then it won't work, right? Okay, get that on straight. Okay, now since this is lifted up, I hope it's still wet. I may have to put a little bit more glue under there. I'm going to put my jute under there. This is just like completely opposite way of doing it, and I know you all know that because you're all card makers. You're supposed to be putting the triple layers on first, and then you do this part. So I'm all backwards. Okay, I'm okay with that. Trying to get that even. Now I am going to put a glue dot, and I have these little minuscules which work really, really well for something like this because honestly you can barely see them. They may even make some that are smaller than that, I'm not sure, but I'm going to put that right there. And then I have my Recollections enamel dot stickers that I actually was going to be using for Valentine's Day, and I tucked them away and forgot about them. But what I'm trying to do here is to meet that criteria. So I'm just going to put a couple little enamel dots on there. If any of you are subscribers to Jennifer McGuire, she actually just did a video on how to make your own enamel dots, so you should check that out if you get a chance. I'm trying to grab my tweezers here. And this is only asking for 2, which is hard for me because I'm always putting 3 on everything. But I think I can handle it. Okay, so there's that. So we're doing pretty good here. All right, so they're wanting the sentiment to go right across here. Now I'm going to be using Mary's stamps, and this is from Good Times, and I'm going to be using the Happy Birthday, Celebrate You on the front, and then on the inside I'm going to be doing the Happy Birthday to You. Where is it? Oh, goodness. Oh, there it is. Happy Birthday to You. Let's go ahead and take our masking tape off. When I say masking tape, I think of that old-fashioned masking tape. And I might be able to use that again, so I'm going to save it. And set my dots aside. Now, for the sentiment, there it is. I'm going to be using this paper that's going to go right across here. But I want to stamp it first so I know how big it's going to be. And again, I'm using my basic black, Stampin' Up. Move that out of the way. And I'm actually going to stamp it up towards the top of this strip. And then I will cut around it so that I hope I'm getting this straight. If I don't have the stamp right in front of me, I always seem to stamp it crooked. That will be okay. Okay. Close that up. Try not to get ink on my fingers. Make sure those are tight. And then I'm going to actually trim this myself, because my trimmer will not hold it in right. Does that make any sense? Very nice. Alrighty. Nope, I'm going to pop it. I'm just going to get a tiny strip because I don't want it, you know, showing. I may have cut that even too thick. No, I didn't. Yay me. That's going to go right there. Alrighty. And then, so that's the front. How cute is that? And then on the inside, I'm going to use a different type of ink. I'm going to use my Ranger Archival. And it's going to say Happy Birthday to You. And I'm going to stamp some of those flowers in here. Nice. Set that aside. Get out my brown sugar again. Or baked brown sugar, I should say it right. And the scrap paper here. And here we go. Have to leave room for me to sign it, right? And if I go like this, I might be able to get away with coming up here, right? Ta-da! Okay, so that's the inside. All right, so let's look at our sketch one more time. Close up my stamp pad here. And make sure I did everything right. Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. Okay. Well, that'll go on my blog and then go into the Freshly Made Sketches. And then I can mail it off to my girly friend, my best friend in the whole world. Funny, I can go a whole month without talking to her, and as soon as she calls me or I call her, we're right back to where we started. So, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment, but have a great day. Bye.